to chapter 4. Okay, and just so you know, the chapter 4, the first learning objective is identical to what we talked about. In chapter 4, we want to look into chemical quantities and the chemical reactions that happens under different conditions there. And we will look at, based on the balanced chemical reaction equation, how do we do calculation? How do we quantify the amount of chemicals in there? There are a lot of topics covered in this particular chapter. We will quickly go through the first learning objective there. Be able to balance the chemical reaction equation, understand what chemical equation is all about. What is the sentence in chemistry telling you? You need to be able to act as a translator in translating the language of chemistry into plain English. Okay, and so that's the first learning objective. Basically covers the topic we talked about at the end of chapter 3 there, and we'll take a brief break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes break there, and we will continue our discussion starting with the second learning objective. And if you have any questions there, feel free to talk to me during the break there. And also those people who stepped in a little bit late today, I have the folders in front. I need you to turn in your quiz into your folder. And I will try to finish grading and bring it back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so find your own folder. 510, the lab section that goes with me, your folder is the beige color pile. Okay, and 511, you go with Professor Brown for your lab, and that's the mixed color pile. And so find your own folder. You should have your name on the folder there. Find your own folder, put your quiz in there. Let's take a break, and you can just leave the folder on the table. Okay, let's take a break, and then we'll come back around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and we'll continue our discussion in chapter 4, 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Now, you should keep 4. Put the zeros in there to make it 4. Yeah, those zeros indicate how many decimal places the measuring device gets. You can't. That's what's on the calculator. You need to do, put your effort in there. You need to determine how many decimal places you're going to keep, how many sig bits you're going to keep. That's part of what we're testing you. You got to be able to determine how many sig bits you're going to keep, not just writing down anything the balance the calculator calculates. Scientific notation. This is scientific notation. This is scientific notation. This is scientific notation. The decimal standard would be these. You can't change the subscript. If you change H2O, H2O2, if you change the subscript, you change the identity of the chemical. You can't change those numbers. So you can only manipulate the number in front, not the number within. Good point. No. Good point though. I should mention that. You never change, because it will be much easier if you just change the numbers in the subscript there. But you can't. Yeah.
Hi.
So tomorrow's example 1, 2, 3, chapter 1.
No, just 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah, just 1 and 2. Are you registered? Which section? Section, right? Your name is on it?
That's easy. Did you like Google it? Meters to nanometers? So how many nanometers? How many nanometers is 1 millimeter? 1 meter. Is that the long? Is that the only one? Did you Google it? You're supposed to do that. I mean, he's going to give you the unit conversions on a test.
You get about an hour.
Yep. And if you click on exam number 1, you'll see a bit more.
Right, there's like a practice one.
Right.
I was just trying to see if that's the union. And it's like
Almost.
multiple choice and I get some short answer.
No.
Or is it just all multiple choice? But there's like short answer and then that needs to be calculated. Right, alright, cool. Thank you.
I'm almost finished with chapter 2. Chapter 3 is a little shorter than the rest. Now, it doesn't get easier anymore.
Right. So this one, we did this actually.
I have another chem that starts after this
Example.
class.
Now, this question, there's a lot of information.
Yeah, right
We
after.
assume that the density of
Starts in
water
July.
is close to cubic centimeters. This information should have been given to you. It's not. And we also need to know that 1 meter
If he
or 1
teaches the second half, I'd be great. But the teacher that I have is from Towson.
it depends on where you
I
look.
looked up his name.
You can figure out that 1 meter or 100 centimeter is equivalent to 90, oops, 1 yard, I should say.
Yeah. Well, he's from a university, so
Equals to
See how that goes.
91.4 centimeters. Okay, that's what I remember in that conversion. If you look on Google there, it will probably tell you 1 yard equals to 3 feet and 1 inch equals to 3.54 centimeters. And you have 36 feet, 36 inches. And so that pretty much is what's in there. Okay? We need to convert cubic yard
You wanna finish the
to cubic
homework?
centimeter. And using the density, we can
like after class.
because gram into pounds. So here, again, 1 pound
I'm
equals to 4.
I'm about to have lunch after it, and then we can look
0.6
over.
grams. So that,
Like,
all of these information were assumed.
Yeah,
and you
I gotta get my
figure out
laptop
when
with
you do this question. Now the question is, we have yard.
I got my laptop at home.
We
I'm
need
sorry, because I
cubic
gotta
yards.
upload this.
So we got Q, this thing, we got Q.
Yeah,
the
I gotta
number,
upload
the
this,
units,
and then I gotta-
find there. So that will give you the conversion factor between cubic yard and cubic centimeter. And what you do here is that you have 185 cubic yard times 1 cubic yard x cubic centimeter. Oh, that's 91 part raised to the third power. Okay. So when you do this, cubic yard cancels out. Now we'll give you cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter is the volume. Mass divided by volume should equal to.
I wish I had a session in August, and I would have finished like another 4 credits.
So the cubic centimeter cancels out. You end up with markers. Now you can work with markers. And I think
I could have finished like 12 credits in 15 weeks. Yeah. Organic.
So if you do,
I gotta take organic.
these are the things. If this is a test question, yeah, yeah. And if this is a test
Or I
question,
could just like
will
sign
give
up
you
for
the
organic
information.
and take 1 or 2 at the same time, which would be a killer for me.
Okay.
I could do that if I want, but that'd be a killer for my transcript.